Welcome to Cravings Control for Fat Loss. I'm your host, Laura Cavallo, former sugar binger, overeater, and yo-yo dieter turned fat loss and cravings coach for hundreds of busy women. Here at Cravings Control for Fat Loss, I'll be sharing mindset, movement, and metabolism strategies for those who are ready to ditch the fat diet cycle and slim down without counting calories, tracking points, or giving up any of the foods they love. Get ready to embrace progress over perfection, grace over guilt, and bring curiosity and learning to the inevitable ups and downs of your life. Expect a decrease in your cravings while seeing and feeling an improvement in how you look, how you feel, and your overall quality of life. I am so excited you're here, boo. Let's get started. Welcome to another episode of Cravings Control for Fat Loss. My name is Laura Cavallo, your cravings coach, and today I want to share a really pivotal and important and back pocket strategy that you can keep with you anywhere you go, anytime, and use it to understand why are you craving in that moment. Why are you hungry? Why are you craving? What is this triggered by? What is going on? This cravings exercise is taken directly from my program, the Cravings Code, and you're going to hear me invite you later on in the podcast about joining the waitlist for the next round of the Cravings Code, which launches in September. And this exercise is so important because it's really empowering to know that there's a why behind your cravings. I think so many of us just assume that because we have cravings, something's wrong with us, or you feel like a freak, you feel like out of control, you have no idea where they're coming from, and you really take it personally, right? You're just kind of like, this is like, something is legitimately just wrong with me, and like, what the fuck do I do, right? And by understanding that cravings are caused by various different reasons, including your environment, your past relationship with food, your hormones, your habits, your routines, now it puts you in the driver's seat. Now you can become empowered and informed with your cravings instead of defaulting to, I just don't have willpower. I just don't have self-control. I'm just not good enough. I'm just never going to be able to get this. And the other thing I love about this exercise is that it gives you the tools, the right tools to manage your cravings. And I'll share some of them today, right? So we're going to learn our why behind our cravings by using this acronym, which is C.H.E.S.S, C.H.E.S.S. But then we need to figure out how to manage them, right? So it's not just enough to know why, we need the right tools to manage them. And I'll give you some of them today, but I obviously go a lot more in depth in the Cravings Code about different strategies, tools, things that you can do to help manage them. Another benefit to using this exercise is that you start to develop a healthier relationship with food. Again, instead of feeling guilty, ashamed, I have no willpower, I have no self-control, I'm not strong enough, you start to realize, well, shit, I'm just exhausted today. That is why I want to eat a burger and then fries and then a shake and then I'm still hungry. All right, nothing is wrong with me. My body's just having a physical reaction because I'm tired. Okay, so now you start to develop that healthy relationship with food by leaving shame, guilt, and stress aside, and you can move forward with healthier decisions. And you can move forward with informed decisions. You can move forward feeling empowered and more confident and more in control, knowing that there's a reason why you're craving. As a result, you become better informed with your health and your food choices. Okay, you become better informed, right? Knowing that certain foods might trigger cravings for you, or that when you're always tired, that your hunger and your cravings increase. Or when you're stressed, your hunger decreases, right? Now you start to learn more about yourself, about your body, about how you respond to certain things. This is so important. So many of us are wildly disconnected from our bodies, right? We are just going through the motions. We're counting the macros, eating the numbers. We're doing the Optavia diet. We're having the shake we're supposed to have. We're eating in our fasting window, all the while ignoring our biofeedback cues of our body, right? What our body is saying and communicating with us. So C.H.E.S.S exercise helps bring you back to your body, helps you be aware of what's going on, it helps place you as a human, having a human experience with some of these things that could be triggering your cravings and your hunger. Okay. And lastly, when you use the C.H.E.S.S cravings awareness exercise, you can help navigate a fat loss phase easier. And when you get into a fat loss or weight loss phase, there's some things that are going to happen, right? You're going to be more hungry, right? Because you're in a calorie deficit. And you need to be able to navigate, is this hunger or is this cravings? Have I had enough water today? Am I sleepy? Am I stressed? Am I tired? Did I exercise today? All of those things are going to be information that you can use to help you navigate your fat loss phase, right? Or even your muscle building phase, or even your maintenance phase. Hey there, boo. I am so excited to announce that another round of the Cravings Code will open for enrollment this September. If you haven't heard, the Cravings Code is for women who struggle with overeating, constant cravings, and insatiable hunger, and are ready to get them under control while shifting their all or nothing thinking around diet, around exercise, and their health. What you can expect is up to a 70% decrease in your cravings, in your hunger, and your overeating, and prime yourself to naturally eat fewer calories and sustainably lose weight if that's one of your goals. The best part of all this, there's absolutely no eliminating your fun foods. There's going to be no fad dieting, and there are no gimmicks. As a result of the strategies and tools I'm going to teach you, you're going to see your guilt, your shame, and the stress around food slowly fade away. I guarantee it. If this sounds like something you need and are interested in, go below and add your name to the waitlist. By adding your name, there is absolutely no commitment to join, but you do get an option to enroll early at a majorly discounted rate. More details coming in August, and I'll see you there. So let's get into what C.H.E.S.S actually stands for. So C.H.E.S.S is an acronym, okay, meaning that each letter stands for something. So the C stands for cravings, the H stands for hunger, the E stands for exercise, the first S is stress and emotional, and the last S is sleepy. So these are the dominant cravings triggers that I have observed over the last 3+ years of working with women specifically in cravings, and almost 10 years in fitness and health and nutrition myself. So let's say you feel a craving coming on, right? Maybe it's after dinner or it's in the middle of the day. You're getting this afternoon craving. You're like, okay, I'm starting to crave something. What's going on? So first you'll ask yourself, am I craving? Am I having an actual craving? Right? Am I hungry? Right? When's the last time I ate? Have I exercised today? Right? Because more exercise means more calorie burn, means you're going to be a little bit more hungry or more cravey. Am I stressed and emotional? Or am I maybe sleepy? So let's go through these. If you are having a true craving, these are some of the characteristics that you might observe. Now, if you haven't learned how to make a satisful plate, I'm going to sound like a friggin' broken record, but I want to encourage you to go back and learn how to create a satisful plate, because everything I'm sharing here is based on your observations of eating satisful plates for your main meals throughout the day. So in satisful plates, step number 3 of creating a satisful plate is to have some of your favorite crave or fun foods on your plate, right? And you're going to have it in a smaller portion than what you're used to. This might mean bread or toast or a muffin or a baked good or a slice of pizza or a donut or some cheese, right? It's going to be something that gives you the friggin' yum-yums. So some questions to ask yourself is, did I have enough crave at my last meal? If you're having a true craving, like a mid-afternoon craving, ask yourself, what did I have for lunch? I had a salad with some chicken, and I had some boring old lemon dressing on top. What was your crave in that meal? Did you put any cheese on that? Did you put any creamy dressing on that? Did you put any sweet and salty cashews on it, right? If that meal did not give you the yum-yums, you might be more inclined to crave something soon after that meal because your body wants some yum-yums, okay? So having some crave in all of your main meals can help reduce the effects of midday cravings, nighttime cravings, afternoon cravings. So another reason that you could be experiencing a true craving is maybe you're going through a hormonal change. Maybe it's that time of the month, or maybe you're on medication that is impacting your hormones. In addition, we know that we crave things maybe after a triggering event, So most of us, like after dinner, we're like, I want some ice cream. I want some chocolate covered pretzels. I maybe want like a little bit of cheese and crackers or something if you're like a savory, salty person. Or maybe you're at a celebration at a party and you want to drink more. And you're like, well, I always do this, right? So you could be having a true craving, right? And this could be because maybe you haven't had enough crave in your last meal. Maybe you're going through a hormonal change, or you are at a triggering event, right? It's after dinner, or you're at a party, or you're on vacation, and mentally you're associating these things with indulging in more crave foods. So now that you know all this, now you can start to apply different strategies to help you manage these. So if it's because you haven't had enough crave throughout your meals, throughout the day, now you need to ensure that at your next meal, you are including a crave portion along with your lean and detox. If you are experiencing a craving due to a hormonal change, let's say, now maybe you practice crave and go, right? Maybe you honor that craving, but you practice crave and go. That is a craving strategy where you serve yourself in a smaller bowl, cup, or plate. You enjoy the smaller portion away from the kitchen or the buffet or, the TV, so you're not distracted. And then you wait 20 minutes before you serve yourself a second serving. Okay? Around our cycle, we're going to have cravings. Don't deny them. Instead, practice crave and go. Practice satisful plates. Eat foods that are supportive towards your cycle. And if you find that your cravings are triggered by an event, which is like a habit or routine that you've kind of ingrained in your body, like after dinner, again, practice crave and go. If it has to do with alcohol, sip slow. Try and have 1 drink per hour and sandwich it with some water. Okay? Now you have tools to help yourself to navigate these craving situations. Okay? So that's cravings. Okay? That is a true craving for something sweet, something salty, something fun, something yum yum. Now, the second reason that you might be having a craving is because you might just be hungry. Okay? You may not have eaten enough. And now you're walking by the kitchen and you see some sliced bread on the counter, you see some pretzels, you see a bag of chips. You're like, oh shit, that looks really good. So again, you want to ask yourself, when is the last time I ate? If your last meal was over 3 hours ago, you might just be ready for another meal. Okay. I like my clients to have a minimum of 3 hours between meals. I would even like to see that around 4 or 5. Okay. Now, if you're eating more satisful, more filling plates, you're going to be full for longer. Okay. And that includes a lean, a detox, and a crave. And so if you're hungry within 3 hours, was your meal satisful? Did you have a lean, detox, and a crave in the recommended portion sizes? If you did you eat enough, right? Did you just have like a protein shake and like half a slice of toast for breakfast? That's like a snack. That's not a meal. Okay. So if you're hungry within that 3-4 hour time period, ask yourself, when's the last time you ate and was it satisful? Another thing to ask yourself is, are you hydrated? Have you been drinking water consistently throughout the day? We want to aim for half our body weight of ounces in water. Okay. If you are in hotter climates, that's going to be a little bit more if you're sweating more. Or also if you're taking medication or you're sick, you might have to drink more water. So if you haven't had any water all day and you've just been having coffee or soda or other drinks, you may not actually be having a craving. You just might be thirsty or hungry. So that's something to look at as well. Again, we want to look at hormonal changes. So your cycle could definitely bring on more hunger. Our metabolism kind of revs up a little bit around our period. It wants to pad our bodies with some extra calories. So lean into that, practice crave and go, or if you're having an extra meal or an extra serving, make it satisful. Also know that hormonal changes can be brought on by illness and medications. Okay. Sometimes hunger goes down. Sometimes hunger goes up in these scenarios. And so those are a couple reasons why hunger could actually be disguising itself as a craving. Okay. And then let's move on to exercise, okay? The letter E. Most people come to me and think that they need to exercise more and eat less. But that will only last for a little bit of time, right? How many times have we tried to hit all the cardio, burn all the calories, eat like a bird, and before we know it, in 2 days, we're starving and we can no longer do it. So this is a big mistake I see a lot of women make, is eating like a bird and over-exercising. And the reality of this is that your metabolism does not want to be at a calorie deficit. Your metabolism, your body doesn't even want to be overeating. Your metabolism wants to be at homeostasis. The amount of calories your body burns per day, that's what it wants to see coming in terms of nutrition. So if you're exercising and burning more calories, you are going to need more food. Yes, even in a fat loss phase. I've seen people that struggle with cravings, hunger, and overeating try to give themselves these big calorie deficits of plus 300 calories, and it's just too much for them to bear. So even if you're exercising, I want to encourage you to continue to nourish yourself, especially around your workouts. And if you are having a craving, ask yourself, did I exercise today? Did I move my body more today? If you went for a longer walk, or you were really active throughout the day, or you had a workout, even if it was only 30 or 45 minutes, that could potentially trigger more hunger and cravings. And if this exercise was really intense, right? Like if it was like a cycling class, or you did sprints, or you did some sort of HIIT workout, those cravings and hunger are actually going to be amplified. Okay, so exercise is a big trigger for more hunger and more cravings. So be aware of that, okay? Be aware that, okay, well, I had a tough workout this morning. Maybe I should have a more filling, satisfying meal before and after so I can really nourish my body and avoid that afternoon post-workout craving where I feel like I am ravenous. So don't discount. The more you move, the more you're going to be hungry. It's a physiological response of your body. The next cravings trigger is feeling stressed and emotional. Now, stress is an emotion or an experience that can subdue hunger. So for some people, that hunger cue turns off. For some people, that hunger cue turns on. Okay. I know personally when I'm stressed, like where I have like something going on, or like, you know, I'm trying to figure something out with work, I find myself just trailing into the kitchen, opening the fridge. I'm not even hungry. I am just like trying to figure out a problem. So start to observe when you're stressed, what do you do? What do you do? Do you shut down emotionally? Do you look for food? Do you look for sweets? Do you look for salty? Do you use food to comfort? And when you're stressed or emotional, which could be happy, sad, anxious, what is the triggering event? Is there a commonality in the people that are around? Is there a common thread about the type of triggering event? Is it always with work, or always with the kids, or always with your partner, or always with a family member? Understand that our emotions will impact our hormones, and it can impact our hunger and craving. So this is a good thing to ask yourself, am I stressed or feeling emotional right now? And if you are, that's okay. But having that knowledge can be helpful for you. So when you are stressed and you feel hunger and cravings increasing, what you can do is you can just pause, just take a beat, okay? Instead of being reactive and acting impulsively, give yourself a beat, okay? Give yourself a minute, take a walk, do something to bring those stress levels down, go into the sun, phone a friend, have a glass of water, wait 10 minutes before you respond to the email, wait 10 minutes before you respond to your friends, wait 10 minutes before you respond to your partner, whatever that triggering event was. Dealing with like stress and emotions and why they happen and how to manage them. This can get into more of like the psychology realm, but I do encourage my clients to practice self-care, things like journaling, meditation, taking baths, going for a walk, having alone time, reading to help bring stress levels down. Self-massage, all these things can help bring stress levels down, can help soothe emotions, can help just clear your mind in order for you to act with a clear head. So don't discount the power of managing your stress and managing your emotions in a healthy way. You can also talk to a therapist, talk to a counselor to help you manage these things in a healthier way. And then the last thing that can trigger cravings and hunger and overeating is being tired, being sleepy, being fatigued. Now, this is an actual physiological response where if you haven't slept enough and your body doesn't have the quality sleep and the quantity sleep it needs, then things like leptin, the fullness hormone, will decrease, meaning that you will feel less full even when you eat satisful plates. And when you are fatigued and tired, your hunger hormone, ghrelin, increases. And ghrelin is the hormone that makes that growling sound in your belly. So you could have a full meal and still be hungry shortly thereafter and be like, what is going on? But that is because ghrelin is increasing, leptin is decreasing as a result of this fatigue and tiredness that's going on. So ask yourself, did I get 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep the last few nights? Do I feel rested waking up in the morning? Did I sleep throughout the night? Was I up constantly? Sleep is one of my favorite things to talk about. I feel very passionate about its power, and I feel that the majority of people can improve a lot in their life by just focusing on quality sleep. I have various podcast episodes on this. I have various Instagram posts on this, but there's a lot of different things you can do. You can focus on your sleep routine before bedtime. You can focus on optimizing your bedroom setup so that you can fall asleep and stay asleep more soundly. You can focus on things that you can do during the day, like avoiding caffeine 8 to 10 hours beforehand. So choose just one thing in an effort to improve your sleep. That could be creating a sleep routine or avoiding caffeine within 8 to 10 hours of sleep, getting blackout curtains, keeping pets out of the bed. All of those things can improve your sleep quality. So we have C.H.E.S.S Cravings Awareness Exercise as a informative tool, as a helpful tool to put you back in the driver's seat, to empower you to understand the why behind your cravings. Now, this C.H.E.S.S Cravings Awareness Exercise is something that you can start using right away, today. You don't have to wait, okay? I want you to go out and I want you to practice this. And then once you do this, I want you to hit me up on Instagram and let me know that you tried it out. I want you to let me know how it went. And I want you to know if you have any questions or any wins or any challenges that you want to share with me. Let me know what you thought of this, if this was helpful. And I can't wait to bring you more strategies from the Cravings Code. I'll see you guys soon.